Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. Just come on in the room, and I am here with Winter Harris from Love and Marriage DC.
Hello, hello. I'm excited about this chat.
Yes, I'm very excited about the chat, and I really appreciate you being here. I
Thank you
know
for
you
having me.
have millions of things that you could be doing, and I just thank you for being here with me for a little bit. So,
I'm with
the
it. I'm excited.
the first question that I want to ask you off the top, where are you from, Winter?
Oh, that's a great question, and I love answering it. I was actually born and raised in Arkansas.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it good old South, good old Southern Belle. When I say I'm a Southern Belle, I mean it. So I was born and raised. I didn't move into the DMV until 2005. So I've been here a long time, but my roots have always been in Arkansas. So that's where I'm from.
Because when you say things like I'm from Mississippi, I knew you weren't from Mississippi. I knew
Mhm.
that. But I knew you were from the South. I knew it. I was like, it's just certain things you say, and it's the way you say it. And I was like, I just,
Yeah.
if I ever get a chance to talk to her, that is my
Yeah.
first question. I have to know before I ask her anything else. This
No,
interview
I
can
have a
be
nickname.
5 minutes, but I have to know where you're from.
I have a nickname. A friend used to call me Twang. So I think it's because every now and then my twang comes out and people are like, wait a minute, that was really country. Like, where are you from?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm from Arkansas. I was born and raised, Arkansas proud. Yeah. So that's where
Because
I'm
it's
from.
like you'll say something like when you said, I have time, I have availability. I said, where's she from? Where is she from? I have to know.
It's amazing to me that people are legit starting to figure out that I have this twang. Like even some of my castmates are like, say that again.
Yeah. Yeah, because I heard like the very first season you were on, like when you were on the stage and you were talking about your life, I was like, she's not from that area. She's not from there.
Nope.
I don't know where she's from, but it's not there. So let's get into the first season. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there, right?
Okay.
This was
Yes.
our introduction, and I think you know I have an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay,
Every blogger has an opinion.
but I have a nice opinion.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay,
I don't ever judge either way. I really
okay.
don't.
So the second, before I get into that, the second question I want to ask you, so I have you here. Why shave all of your hair off the side in like you did in the first season?
So what's interesting, they made it seem like I did it because of what I was going through. My
Right.
hair had actually been shaved for about 6 years at that point.
Okay.
It had just been a thing that I was doing for quite some time. And I was honestly growing my hair out. So what I had was a mohawk. You know, when the mohawks were popular, I had both sides shaved actually. And it was like
Okay.
a short mohawk pixie. But I wanted to start growing my hair out. So it was just easier to do it one section at a time. And so that's where we get like the half head. And then this season, you notice like my hair is all covered. But now my natural hair is all one length to my shoulders. So if I were to take out this quick weave, Winter's hair would be shoulder length. But I just don't like doing my own hair. So it's just easier to have Corey do it.
I don't think any of us like to do our own hair. I
I
am with
hate
you
it.
on that. So,
Yeah.
the first season, um, I loved you like after your speech that you gave at Monique. I mean, yeah, Monique's thing, right? You got up there, you talked about everything you were going through, and I was like, oh my gosh, she is the one. She's the one. And then I'm not gonna get all into the other thing, but I was like, why would Winter do that? Like, why would you say this and then don't back this up? I was really upset with you a part of
Yeah.
the season.
Oh boy. It's really kind of one of those things where I look back now and it's like typical reality TV rookie mistake. People have to understand I did not audition to be on this show. I did
Okay.
not ask to be on this show. I literally was supposed to be a one and done. I went to fill in for who we now know now was Melody Holt. She got sick. She was supposed to do that podcast, not me.
What?
Mel got sick.
In season 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Carlos actually tells this on the first podcast I ever did with him. He actually was like, so little do you know, Mel from Love and Marriage Huntsville was supposed to be that guest. And she got sick. And Monique had already shelled out so much money for the event, she didn't want to cancel it. So Monique called me and was like, girl, I need somebody that can fill in and speak at this podcast. You're the only person I really know that would be a good fit. And it would also be a good opportunity for, the producers to kind of see who you are. And I said, okay, cool. I don't mind, let me do what I do. Cause I'm a professional speaker, have been speaking for over a decade. So it wasn't, uncommon for me to do something like that. I do panels and keynotes all the time. So that was the actual deal. That's how I ended up doing that podcast. So had it not been for Mel getting sick, y'all would have saw Mel that night, not me. It was how they were trying to connect the shows.
That is really some exclusive tea, because I don't remember that. And I think I've listened to every one of his podcasts. Oh my gosh. So you were just really at the right place at the right time.
That's it. That's all. That night, one of the execs from the production company was on site. Our executive producer was on site that night. And they pulled me to the side and said, hey, would you be interested in filming some more? And I said, that's fine. And they said, can you come this Friday? I said, no problem. That was actually the Tyler's anniversary party. That night,
okay.
Angela said she called Carlos and was like, you need to see her. We just met Monique's friend and, we think this is a go. So he was on site at the Tyler's anniversary party and they pulled me back to production. And at that point, Carlos asked if I wanted to be on the show. That's how I ended up on the show.
That is amazing.
So I really was just being myself, y'all. Like my responses was not intended to be, all this like, oh, let me come here. I've been saving up. Let me show receipts. Let me spread. It was never like that. It literally was my response real time because I don't know what the heck is going on. You shoot at me. All I know is wintertime is to shoot back. I don't know what else you want. I am literally being myself. Now, when it comes to the receipts, there was never like when Monique and I had that discussion at Swahili Village, it was never a discussion about receipts. My comment was literally, I heard rumors too, boom, that's it. It was played up throughout the season. And it's unfortunate. I never said I was going to spread it. I never talked to anybody else but Monique about it. So it's unfortunate that it got, we know how this goes. It's drama. It added to the fuel to the fire. It's what sparked the duel between Ashley and I. But of course, in conflict, you talking crazy, I'm gonna talk crazy back. That's just who I am. I don't fire and ice and everything not so nice. If you push me in the wrong direction, it's just winter. Like I was myself. I don't know what people want me to do. I can in hindsight say, you know what, in retrospect, should I have said, anything about the rumors? No, because I don't know at the time that they're going to use that. That's the thing that people don't get. I'm just talking. Like, I think I'm talking to my friend. I'm venting about how raggedy her friends were at this vegan dinner. Girl, why you bring me out to this raggedy mess? These people in my business, they don't know me. Like, literally, that is the tone of our conversation. So people think I'm talking mess.
That dinner was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But this is the first time I'm meeting them. Like, I haven't met Quick and Ashley. I've only met Jamie and Arena and Tasha and Neil at that point. So I don't know Quick and Ashley. I only know of Quick. I don't know Quick. Okay. So it's like, who these people coming at me got the audacity. I was literally like, girl, they tried it. So that's kind of the nature of that conversation. So, it sparked the season. I don't think had it not been, the season might have been real dry and boring, but it is what it is. they welcome.
Because I will say this. After all that happened, and I felt, like we like people, we don't like people. It's not that I didn't like. I was just really upset with you. I was like, why would she do that? But I will say this. After the show ended, right? After the reunion was over. You went live like that next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to your live. And I was like, I heard you explain it. I heard you talk about it. And it seemed so sincere, right? So I was like, okay. I mean, that was just a mistake.
Yeah.
She knows that she should not have said that or
Right.
how she said it. So I was
Right.
like, so then I had interviewed your boss. And I was talking to Carlos about you, right? And he was like, "Oh, we love Winter. We love her. You gotta love Winter." I said, "I don't think Winter's not nice." I said, "Winter's mouth is slicker than oil." So I love everything she has to say. But I was just mad at her about this particular part. So he kept
Yeah.
saying, "You have to love her." And I was like, and I'm not gonna lie. I think like doing social media, talking to you back and forth, Twitter, Instagram, and the show this season, I am on the Winter train.
I appreciate that. I feel like I've converted a lot of people. I don't think people give enough credit to how they would respond in situations where your back is up against the wall and you are literally fighting for your life every single scene. You just respond. Some people fight, some people flight. I'm a fighter and I fight
Yeah.
with my mouth. That is my weapon of choice. I am very good with words. I know I am. And because I'm small in stature, I had to use my words. I can't beat nobody up, y'all. I'm
But
fun
you
size myself. You know what I mean? Like,
and I,
just
I always say this about myself. Like I'm 5'1", but I talk like I'm 6'5". So that's that's you.
honey, I'm telling you, a lot of people are shocked when they meet me in person. I'm so serious because they're like, you seem so big, like in personality and on camera, but to know that you are this tiny woman wreaking all this havoc, right? Like your little self done caused all these problems. And I don't really do it necessarily to cause problems, but it's just one of those things. Like if you bite me, I'm gonna bite back. But it's like
Right.
what did the one lady Candy said, honey, if you go low, I'm going to hell. That's
Yeah.
Winter's motto. Like I promise you, do not tempt me. Okay. If you go low, I may go high, but I might go to hell. It just
I
depends
get
on
it.
how I'm feeling.
I
And
get it.
so, yeah, it's really just my personality. I really am sweet and spicy. That's just
So,
Winter.
so to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, right? Um, I heard Carlos did a review of one season. I mean, one episode, and he was talking about you in this particular episode, and he was talking about like you for season 2, right? Um, you wreaked a lot of havoc, and you did spice up the show. I mean, I have to give you that. I can't take that from you. However you did it. But I will say this, like for season 2, he was talking about how people were asking, like, why is Winter coming back?
Yeah.
Why is she here? Like, who wants Winter back? And blah, blah, blah. And he kept saying, let the season play out. But he also said that he had spoke with you and he was like, you're going to have to get into it.
Yeah.
Right? So we see you at the beginning of season 2 trying to have a conversation with Irena, trying to have
Yeah.
a conversation with Ashley. And it seems like you really were trying to right your wrongs. So your back was literally against the wall at that point, huh?
Pretty much. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think we all played our part, right? I didn't really like them either, just to be honest. I mean, the feeling was mutual. We had a lot of back and forth. They said nasty things to me. I said nasty things back. There's no one faultless in our circle of foolery, right? So
Right.
it was just a very weird, contentious place to be. But I felt like at this point in the juncture, it had nothing to do with the show because I think you guys will largely see I have enough going on to kind of ride my own island, right? But as an ensemble cast, these are my coworkers. You don't get to pick and choose who your coworkers are. Your boss picks who your coworkers are.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I'm in a better place now. I feel like thankfully put in like the drama, the real life drama of season 1 behind me, going through my healing process and going through therapy. Like I'm just really quite naturally really a smiley and happy person. good or bad, I'm always gonna have a smile on my face. That's just how I'm wired. But I just felt like I don't really care to rehash the past. How can I just extend the olive branch? We ain't got to be friends. This was not about being a part of them. It's that they're my coworkers. I don't get to pick who my coworkers are.
Right.
Let's figure out how to make this work. And so it just really kind of organically happened in some ways, because Jamie and Arena I ran into at a random party. I didn't even know they were going to be there, and we ended up having a conversation that night, which helped us move forward. Ashley was a different beast, and I do want to credit really kind of Sherelle for being, kind of the voice of reason for both of us. Like, y'all don't really have no real beef for real. Like,
for real.
Yeah, y'all both said ugly stuff to each other. Let's be clear. Neither one of y'all are faultless in this.
Right.
Y'all just need to figure it out. And a part of that really for Ashley and I, we both have very sharp tongues. Like, she can dish it, I can dish it. She can go low, I can go lower. She can go to hell, I can go to hell. Like, it just is what it is. But being mindful of respecting each other's boundaries, I think the one difference that I have between, my cast and I is that I'm not only a very forgiving person, I have very thick skin. So the impact that maybe something being said to me being, harsh or just breaking me down, it just really ain't gonna happen. I just been through too much. So I'm not gonna run around and cry about it.
Right.
Some of our castmates are a little different in that. They're really sensitive. So the things that I say may cut a little deeper because it really does hurt their feelings. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
yeah.
Just kind of learning that. I think understanding that, we all have our soft spots, soft trigger, that's what it is, trigger issues. We just try to respect those. It doesn't mean we don't throw shade. We still do that because that's just the nature of being in reality TV. But we just have a good understanding of, okay, don't go there. Don't go there.
Right,
don't,
right.
Some places you go, you can't come back from. So
right.
As long as we're there, I feel like we're good. But yeah, it was an interesting thing to navigate. But I think my parents always taught me that at the end of the day, love always wins. And sometimes that means you got to lead with a little humble pie. And so that's what I had to do. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that because it makes them appear at fault. I'm not at fault for everything. I know that, but I have to own my part. And really, that was the only way I felt like we were truly going to move forward. So I did what I had to do, and I'm happy with the outcome.
So are you all like, I know on the show you all were like, well, I don't like you and I don't like you, so let's just be cordial. So, I mean, like you said, you are really and truly did not have a beef. Like you did not have a beef. So where are you and Ashley, and where are you and Irena at this point? Because Ashley seemed to be a little bit more forgiving. Irena was the one that was really holding the torch for me.
Arena was not holding a torch. Ray was holding a torch.
Okay,
those are
gotcha.
two different people. Okay,
gotcha.
Ray was a little more apprehensive. Arena not so much. I think you guys will find that Arena really is not necessarily about it 24/7 and is typically the more sensible one when it comes to personality and temperament. You know what I mean? Like, she really just wants to get along with everybody. She really don't want no smoke.
I get that from her. I get that.
Yes. So Ray has her moments, but Arena and I have never really had issues for real.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that.
Yeah. So Arena and I are actually good. I describe, because we go back and forth on social media too. We really do.
Yes, you do.
We go back and forth. I describe Arena and I like, and she said this, it's like big sister, little sister stuff. Mm-hmm. We like each other, but we also argue. It's just what it is, and we've accepted it. We have an understanding, but we legit have no issue with each other. So,
I know.
Yeah.
And I feel like this season, honestly, of everything that I have watched, except for one other show is right up there with you guys. For me, you all have really been so relatable this season. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, I feel like the Tylers are relatable. I feel like what Ashley and Quick have going on, they're relatable. I love that you are falling in love. I love that. I love that for you. I love to see it. And Even Sherelle, I didn't know how I felt about Sherelle, and I was like, Sherelle should not put her friends together. Like, if she's friends with Winter, she needs to be friends with Winter over there, and if she's friends with Ashley, they need to do that, because I was like, this is not going to work. But I'm glad that it seems like y'all are coming together. So I was so glad to see that at the little drink tasting thing or whatever, y'all. I was so happy about that.
Yeah, Ashley and I are actually very similar temperaments. I think she calls us fire and ice. It's a very accurate description. Like, we just are different, but very similar. Different, probably in all the right ways for reality TV, but outside of it, we actually get along pretty decently. So I don't know. It's just more so her and I working through it. Oh shoot, I can't share that. Dang it, I almost let something slip.
Okay, good. Hold on to
I'll
it.
I'll let you guys keep watching, but there's
I will
going to
say
be
this.
something unique that happens.
I will say this. When I did have my interview with Carlos, he did tell me, he was like, you're going to be shocked at the relationship with Winter and Ashley. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. You know, because because I know that was hard. Like, that reunion, girl, I wanted to come pick you up at that reunion. That was hard.
I think everybody did. I think everybody
crazy.
I think everybody did. I think that reunion shifted a lot of the fan base in my favor, believe it or not. That was a huge shift for me. And I just think people couldn't hardly take it. It's because I was by myself. I think it wouldn't have been as bad if I had, someone up there with me. But because I was by myself, I just think largely the audience was like, oh no, we cannot allow for this to happen. So at that point, the fan base shifted in my favor. But yeah, I do think people will be largely shocked between her and I's relationship, but there's also going to be another denominator in her and I.
Okay.
There's going to be, and that'll be interesting for you guys to see unfold.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave that right there. So we got the Sign My Paper song, which I love. I used that today in my promo. I love that. And so we're done with Kevin.
Praise God. Hallelujah. I feel the spirit every time.
How is your daughter?
God is good.
How is your daughter and her Kevin? Because that was hard, girl. I was right there with you. I was sitting there. Your facial expressions were just like mine. Because I was like, why is she talking? Did she say she's 21?
Yes, she is 21.
I was like, that's too much.
So believe it or not, they had a breakup and then they recently got back together. So definitely don't think that there will be any marriage talk for a while till they figure out themselves. But they're doing good. They didn't break up on bad terms. I think one of the things they both realize is that they're still both really young and still trying to figure out life. But they are best friends and they've been together for like 2 years. So it's, it's that good kind of puppy love. I like him. Her dad and I like him. So it's not like he's a bad kid. I mean, young man, should I say. But they're just young and in love. It's just what it is. But they are taking things slow and trying to figure out. So he's still around. This happened recently, actually. So my youngest daughter was like, "What? How did Kevin end up back here?"
So how many? You have 4 children, right?
I do.
And what are their ages?
I do. So I have my daughter is 21. That's who you guys saw. Then I have a 19-year-old son who's in college, her brother. And then their younger siblings are 15 and 12. So I have 2 still at home, 2 in college, and adults.
Winter, that's oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You look fantastic. You don't look like that.
Like I'm 12 myself, which is what throws people off. Being short does not help. But yeah, all by their dad, and we got married young, so we started fairly early. I had my oldest daughter at 20, my son at 22, and then of course you get the older. I'm not the older, but the younger 2. But yeah, I just started early, so that's why you kind of get why I look the way I do. But they keep me young too. I feel like kids kind of pump a lot of life into you.
They do,
but they're really good kids. They're not stressful kids either. So I think maybe if they were like a thorn in my side, we'd be a totally different story, and I'd look disheveled and 50 years older. But They're really good kids. I feel like their dad and I did a really good job. Even though we divorced, we still made sure to handle our business concerning them. So they just are really solid. I love being a mom. I protect them. So I don't put them on social media
Right.
as much because people are freaking weird.
Right.
And I will go to jail on behalf of my kids. So
I get it.
like,
I get it.
I don't want to do that. But, they're around, they're doing really good. And they've lived a life semi in the spotlight as it is with their dad, being a former NFL player. So they understand kind of
Okay.
a high profile setting. They're used to it. Where they grow up, that's the environment that they've been in. So they know how to navigate. But for, this is different. It's not, yeah, you have the NFL world and they have their own fan base, but reality TV world, you're kind of
different.
exposed to a lot more
Yeah,
weirdos, I feel. So I'm just very mindful of that. So I don't try to invade their space too much, but they all make an appearance this season. So you guys do get to learn a little bit more about them, and you get to see them.
I know we saw them season 1. I remember in the house, you were going upstairs and they were all like in the living room or something. I remember seeing, I was like, she got a lot of kids. Yeah. And then we didn't see them anymore. So that's good.
You saw the 2 older ones, but it's easier to film with adults. Minors are a little bit different. Although my 2 younger ones are not shy at all, but yeah, I try to really keep them guarded and protected because like I said, I don't want to have to hurt nobody, but they're good.
We don't want you to do that.
I don't.
So now that you got your kids situated, the ink is dry on the divorce papers. We're in a second season, and you have a fan base. Like you have people in here right now that are Team Winter, Winter Wonderland, all of that. You got it. So, Mr. Yusha.
Yeah.
I've never seen you smile so much.
I'm trying to work on it right now. I feel it about to come. I knew you were gonna say it. I'm like, oh, let me fix it, G.
It's okay, because I'm gonna tell you, like the first time, like when I made that post, and you was like, y'all don't miss nothing. I was like, who this man right here Winter got holding on to, going live with, live.
Yeah.
But I think I will say this: when I saw how tall he was, I was like, I get it. And he was just so well spoken. And I want to know, are you eating omelets in the morning? You tell me you're eating omelets. You got to be eating omelets at this point.
No, it's so funny to me. So I think, real talk, what people should know is that podcast was really our first time meeting. That was not staged for reality TV. I did not know he was going to be there. They did not tell me anything. Okay. Like that. All of our reactions are real reactions. Like we are stunned that they have finagled us onto this podcast to essentially set us up. So
Sherelle did good.
She did a really good job. Black said, he's known Yusha for a long time, and a lot of Sherelle's girlfriends have tried to get him to like slide their number over, and Black has never done it. But when he met me back in the summer when we were recording Sign My Papers, he told Sherelle, like, I think I need to hook, find some way to connect Yusha and Winter because they seem like, they would be a good fit. A part of that is that Yusha and I are very similar intellectually and spiritually. So those 2 things are huge for us. And we're both very, good communicators. Okay. He's a math teacher by profession. So he's a middle school math teacher and has his, grad degree in education. So he just is a thinker. Most mathematics are. So that's his brain, very logical, but he's a hip hop artist. That's his passion. But he also runs a youth program in DC and does a lot with the inner city. So yeah, he's doing a lot of great work. So we just have a lot of things in common. So I think them seeing that, they were kind of like, ding, 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 let's see if we can figure out how to get them to connect it. But if they had told me, I wouldn't have come.
Really?
I don't like to be set up because most people, they try to set you up and it's like, you don't know me well enough to be setting me up.
Well,
ain't no telling who I could have walked into.
I'm so glad you did not get in your own way, ma'am.
I'm glad I didn't either. I'm glad they didn't tell me, because I really would have been like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want
Really?
no. I Y'all have to understand, like, I just met Sherelle and Black last summer. So
Yeah.
I don't know them like that. They don't know me like that, especially not by that time. That episode is like 5 months old.
Yeah, it's cold. Like it's cold in that episode, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's getting cold. So yeah, that's like 4 or 5 months at least. No, it's about 5 months old. So it's like, y'all don't know me like that. Why, like, I would have not agreed to do it. So I'm glad they just didn't tell me and kind of like just set it up. That's the only
Yeah.
way that would have happened. So we just happen to have a real genuine connection. I know reality TV, people probably question like, oh, they doing it for TV. Like, y'all, I ain't got that kind of time. And I think it's a very um it's a very difficult decision to decide to date openly, or even decide to entertain someone for real in the position that I'm in, because there's a lot of pressure that comes with dating this public. You know what I mean? And I
Okay.
didn't want the pressure. He didn't want the pressure. In fact, because he's never done reality TV before, when we realized we really liked each other, after that podcast, he actually got my number that night and called me the next day. And that phone conversation was like 3 hours. So
Really?
we actually really hit it off. But I remember him calling like a few days after that, because he had spoken to Black. He and Black are very close. And he said, Black just told me to ask you, but I have a real question. And I said, sure. He said, I need to know if you're just doing this for TV or if you're serious and getting to know me. He said, because if you're just doing it for TV, I'm going to pass.
Okay.
And I was like, I couldn't do anything but respect it. But once he realized I really did like him and was interested in getting to know him, he was like, then I'm cool with it. I'm cool with, going through the process, but I just had to make sure and understand your motives before I move forward, because there's a huge risk. You don't always know. So I think once we really had that understanding, we've just dated normally, and it's just really continued to progress and get stronger. I mean, we've been together for almost 5 months. I mean, we've been
Well,
dating for almost 5 months, and exclusive for 3.
are we eating omelets though?
We are not eating omelets, and the crazy part is that we have stayed over each other's houses. No omelets, y'all. I
No
ain't got no
omelet.
omelet yet. No. But his response, if he was on here, he would be like, and I ain't got no yams. So
Oh my gosh! But you know what? When you all were talking and you were asking him about him being
celibate.
yes, the word evaded me. When you were asking him about that, and you looked like you were a little concerned, his answer was just exceptional.
Yeah.
And it made you, it was just really like, okay, this is what Winter needs. Like, I don't know your past, but the
Yeah.
way you reacted about the past, I was like, this is definitely what she needs. She needs somebody, because like even what you're saying to him, what you're saying that he's saying about, if this is just for TV, I'm out. So like you
Yeah.
said, you can't do anything but respect him, because he seems like he's just really just on the up and up. I like Yusha for you.
Yeah, but I think he's also done a lot of work, and he and Black are very similar. They do actually like barbershop talks. They have men's groups. Like, they're very pro men and
Okay.
pro like emotional health, mental health. Like, that's their platforms. And
Okay.
so when it comes to stuff like that, they take it very seriously. So it's knowing what I know about him now, I should have expected that answer, but I didn't know. And it was
Right.
valid, because I think people kind of know and realize that I come from that background. I believe in waiting until marriage. I've practiced abstinence for a number of years, but it isn't all that common when you date to find that a man is willing to. And that was
Right.
something that I was kind of curious about. Like, I really want to see where his head is at concerning the topic, because I know where I stand on it. So, yeah, I think he's very, you guys will learn, he is around a lot. So
yeah. I mean,
you get to see him a lot this season for sure.
because I was like,
Especially second half.
because I was like, I know one night it was something going on. I was like, Winter and I could have talked tonight. Y'all just on live all night long. Like, what are y'all talking? Like, what are y'all doing? I was like, y'all on live every week, like every night, and it was just really cute. It was cute. I'm really happy for you though. I'm really happy for you.
It's been very unexpected, but it's, we're taking our time, and I think, this process, we're doing it justice. It's like I said, it's not easy to date publicly, and of course you invite the court of public opinion, but the fortunate thing for us is that the way they edited this particular set of 10, they didn't introduce us meeting until much later in the season, when in actuality it already happened. So it gave us an opportunity to really work on us privately. Like, even though people close to us knew, the public didn't know.
Right.
So it gave us like a 4-month head start on us and enjoying our privacy as a private couple.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah, that was good. So now that it is out, we're good, and we've been preparing for everything that's happening now, but we're in a really solid place. And I mean, I don't know, people are just witnessing what it is. It's really all I can say. We're good.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's talk about the JMB .02. Like, I'm moving y'all up with that decimal sign. I'm moving y'all up. But how in the world did that come? And I thought it was so cute.
What are you referring to?
I'm talking about the song y'all did together.
Oh,
you see how you did that? Your whole face lights up.
Okay, so they didn't show how this all transpired, because I hear people saying, "Oh, I wish she would have had her moment by herself." So what people don't know about Gutter Barbies, Black wrote Gutter Barbies initially as the track that you guys hear, and it has a rap. The thing is, Winter and her background vocalists are rapping on that song.
Oh, really?
Yes. Y'all never hear it. But the original track, there is a rap. It's just me and my BGV, which is actually a pretty dope rap. I'm gonna say it wasn't bad, and most people would probably be shocked that it's me. However, when we got set up, Black was like, actually, this was at the cooking class we did, the double date. Okay. At that double date, Black is like, Winter, Yusha is a hip hop artist. I think it would be dope if you let him remix the rap for Gutter Barbies. And I'm like, I'm with it. I don't see any reason why not. I mean, right? Our rap was a spur of the moment, and I did what I had to do. But yeah, I think it would be good. So what people don't know now, we've seen the Romancipation, is that he wrote that rap literally like a week before the Romancipation. So it was just a spur of the moment switch for the Romancipation. Now that rap has really been included and edited into the song. So when we release the track this weekend, you'll have his rap in there.
Oh, it's going to be out this weekend on platforms?
Yes, it is.
You know what? I was like, how is she going to make Gutter Barbies cute?
A positive.
I was like, I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to mend fences. I get it.
Yes.
But Gutter Barbies, like, I was like, okay, all right, with your no pain, no gain. I get it. Let's go with it. I was like, okay, but y'all did it.
Yeah,
I thought
the great writer.
I thought the jacket was cute that they gave you. I thought that was so cute.
It was. Gutter Barbies. I can't wait for the track to come out. Gutter Barbies is a bop, actually, and I think once people actually hear it in its entirety, everybody's gonna be like, even the cast. Arena told me just today, she was like, I could not get that song out of my head. I need to get the single because it's in my head. Like, it really is a bop. Black did his thing on the song. And I think because so many people couldn't like make the connection because of why I called them Gutter Barbies, to it being a song. Once you actually hear the track, it's like, okay, I can dance and rock to this. We hope to get a TikTok challenge out once we do drop the single, but there's a video coming for Gutter Barbies.
I absolutely. Because okay, for real talk though, Gutted Barbies did not start like it ended.
No.
No, it did not start like it ended. Because that's why I was like, what is she talking about?
I know.
I was like, what is she trying to do? I said, winter, we're trying to, like, we want to be on TV here, like, at least another 3 seasons.
I know. Listen, I'm like, y'all gotta have faith in your girl. I feel like, we're working on the EP. Our hope is to have it out later this year. So we're going to record, I think it's 3 or 4 more songs. I'm working on the third one. You guys will hear a clip of the third one in the show, the second half. The EP is following my journey, essentially. So as you hear the songs play out over the album, you'll be like, oh, I get it. Like, this makes a lot of sense.
I will say this. I will say the Sign My Paper song. Of course, like when you mentioned it to me on a live one night.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is she talking about? Let me just go. Because I was still on, I wasn't on the Winter Train yet.
Right.
But when I heard the song, I was like, okay, Winter can sing. And I do like this song. Like, I was like, I get it. This is an anthem for everybody who's getting ready to file. Like, I love it. Like, this can be the beginning of everybody's emancipation.
We need love too. Seriously.
Yes.
I think people do not understand the emotional and mental anguish that people go through trying to get disconnected from someone, especially someone that, kind of effed up in the worst kind of way. So it was just like, we gotta sing a freedom song like that. That's why, the EP is called Romancipation. So people often ask, like, where does that come from? I'm like, the Emancipation Proclamation, like, I'm getting my freedom in love. So it's the Romancipation, okay?
Yeah.
So Sign My Paper is like Romancipation Proclamation.
I was so down for your Romancipation. I had a party to myself. So, so I was like, yes, Winter. Yeah, that was good.
It's dope. We've continued. I want to take the idea of the Romancipation on the road. We're starting locally, so we are actually getting ready to host our third Romancipation. That Romancipation that you guys saw on the show was the inaugural, start of the Romancipation. We just had our second one in February. The third one will be in April. So we're just going to continue to do these showcases and have different components. We're actually doing a Ready for Love panel at this Romancipation in April. So we're excited. But it also includes spoken word and live music. I'll be performing again. And it's also to get people, prepared for the EP that's on the way.
Well, that's amazing. Well, I think we have touched on everything. We touched on new love. We got the new season, and you have new friends.
Seems that way. Seems that way.
You did really good. You did really. I think you have you remade. You're a phoenix. You fixed it. You fixed it.
I really believe that I deserve some sort of Friend of the Show Life Achievement Award for what I have accomplished.
Not Life Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement Award. If there's ever a reality TV awards show, I need the Friend of the Show Lifetime Achievement Award. I nominate myself.
Yeah, I know, because it was kind of when you were at the end of that table and you invited the ladies to your Romancipation, and you looked so hesitant because it seemed like everybody was on board except for Irena.
Yes.
But I was like, okay, they're coming. They have to come. It's the show. They're coming, but I want everybody to want to come.
Yes.
So it was good.
It's interesting. I think what happened was we ended up meeting at that Christmas party, and that is what changed her perspective with being open to coming.
Okay. You segue, you said Christmas party. So I'm going to ask you about Saturday show. Are you at this particular Christmas party?
Hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Girl, why are you not at the party?
Hell to, and I don't regret not being there.
I know you
I
don't,
was
but
snuggled up with my boo. Absolutely not.
as you should be.
And based off of what we all have witnessed, I am grateful that I was absent.
Yeah.
Nope, was not present. And I
Because
shared that.
it's so good that Winter's name won't be in this. Like, this has nothing to do with Winter.
Baby, find you a new villain. I've retired.
But you know what? With the really, like, we all know that you're still gonna be slick like that, right? You can't just 100% retire because we have to. I mean, even though, like I said, I'm good now. I'm rocking with you now. But even last season, I liked everything you said. Like,
I consider myself petty provoked this season.
Oh, okay. Petty provoked. Okay, I'll take it.
I really am on Love Island for the remainder of this season.
I love that. That's a good place to be, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is, and it's just kind of how the way things planned out. But this mouth is still what it is. It shows up. It does. It shows up. But friend dynamics are very weird this season. That's all I can say. Things change a lot, but Winter's in a solid place. And
okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, is Joy good? How is Joy? How are you and Joy getting along?
Winter weirdly is very neutral in all ways, in all directions this season. And Joy is one of those neutralities. So Joy and I, we don't have beef. So I think that's probably important to share because we still have a whole other 10 episodes you guys haven't seen yet. So Winter is team Winter.
Oh my God. Winter is on the Love Island. That's what Winter is.
I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, that's really Winter's team Winter.
I think that I will say this at the end of the reunion last time. I couldn't find that because I wanted to talk to Ashley about this particular thing that she said. She was like, Quick does so many things. She's going to live, eat, sleep at the club. Like, you're going to see what her family's doing. She wants to do more with her family, right? Because we saw a lot of Irana's family the first season. So we have Winter in here. And now that you've put the love in Love and Marriage DC, like, we about to just go with it. And I'm glad you've done that. You have done that.
Not intentionally. It just sort of worked out that way. But we definitely bring in the love. And it's funny to even kind of see, because you just never know, right?
Yeah.
You're a reality TV commentator. You never know. These love connections can go either way for the audience. And so I think it's been kind of interesting. Each week we've kind of gotten a progression of a sort. So you guys see the meeting, you see the first date, you see the second date. So we're building, and it's been really crazy to see the response of the audience be like, oh, we're here for this. We want to follow this. We want to watch this. I think there are powers that be that feel the same way. And so by default, feeling the real chemistry has enabled them to continue to follow that. Okay. So it just literally becomes, I don't know, an opportunity for the audience to get more and more layers. But I just think it's going to cause people to become more and more invested. I promise, though, we ain't going to lie to y'all about being married, though. If that ever happens, we going to tell y'all the truth.
Or you might lose your job if you don't. Girl, please don't make that mistake. Please don't do that.
I have after watching these latest two, the debacle on RHOP and our situation, it's like, you know what? If we go down that road, we just gonna come clean, y'all.
Girl,
we gonna come clean.
I'm talking about everybody. Just go to Carlos, be like, sir, you want to come help me pick my dress? Like, what do you want to do? Because we do not need that. We
telling you. We ain't gonna lie about it, child.
You need to be able to pay for the wedding.
Like, we will not be telling y'all a tall tale. I'm telling you, we gonna keep it all the way open and keep y'all abreast of our plans.
Girl. Cause I know you really can't get into it, but let me just say this. I was so shocked. I was so shocked. And I was like, I know he is livid. I know he's mad. I knew how mad he was on RHOP. So I know he's mad about his show. I was like, ooh, somebody that messed up.
I mean, from what we understand, nobody knew until Ashley outed it. So even production found out. Like, everybody found out.
Girl, because it was so crazy when she said it. And Joy was like, no. I said, uh-oh, I don't know how true this is. I don't know if she's telling the truth. And then it went off. And I was like, we gotta wait till Saturday. Yeah. I don't understand what the big secret was. I think that's all of our questions now. Like, what was the big secret? We knew you wanted to be married.
At the end of the day, they're grown. I just feel like if you're gonna make a decision like that, for me, just own it. Like, I don't see the point in hiding it. If you did it, you did it. Like, congratulations. I think after I learned and we actually had a conversation about it, like, I'm like, well, congratulations. I mean, it's nobody's business really, but you and his. But by the same token, it's something to be celebrated. If you didn't want to have, I think the questions that everyone has, like, now that we've seen the show with y'all, because we don't get to see the episodes ahead of time, I think everyone kind of wonders, like, so what was all the wedding planning and what kind of wedding talk? Like, those are the questions that people are asking.
Yes, but I will say this. This is what I will say that's good about it. This is what I said in my review, and I said it. Girl, what's tea? It's on here. Hey, girl, and she and I reviewed the show together, and I said it on here too. I was like, I'm glad Clifton listened to her. Because she seemed to be really, I don't know what it was about a dress, a church, invitations and people, a cake. I don't know what it was, but that's not what she wanted. And I said that in another review, like, she just wants to be with you. So I'm glad that happened. But you probably should have let some other people know.
Yeah, I think we learned that his kids didn't even know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl. I would never get married and not tell my baby. That would be crazy.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation now. I don't know. Only they can explain. It's their story to tell, and hopefully they do at some point tell it. I think there's going to be a lot to answer for at the reunion. I think people have valid questions. I think a lot of the fan base, from what I can gather, feel deceived and led on and lied to, and rightfully so. I think at the end of the day, while we don't have a script that we follow, we still know that it's unscripted TV, and we sign up to release a part of our lives that most people don't have to. So what you signed up for. I don't know. I'm like, you had to know at some point it would be discovered. And you can't rely on your coworker who's also on TV to spill the reality, to be a secret holder. Now, the other thing that blows me is that Arena knew too.
Oh.
And she was going along with it.
Because she was the one talking about, well, what does Clifton want?
Right.
I think
sculptures and all this stuff. I'm just like, this baby done sat here in this cycling class acting dumbfounded.
But but let me ask you a serious question. I don't know if you can answer this or not. But Do you and let me preface it like this, because if Joy sees this, she's my sorority sister, and I need her to know I love her. I loved
Okay.
her and Cliff. I love their love. I like where she stands, because I think Joy protects her peace. Now sometimes her stories don't match up. That's another interview. But do you think that Joy is happy with being on this show? Do you think this is something that she wanted to do?
That's a great question. My honest opinion, and Joy, if you're watching, I have nothing against you when I say this. I really don't. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I can say that because just from observation alone, I don't know that this is necessarily a group that she would consider her group. And
Right.
when you don't have a group that you would consider your group, um, you really don't want to be around those people. And
Right.
unfortunately, y'all, we're forced to be around each other because our contract requires that we're around each other.
Right.
Um, and it's much different than Ready to Love. You know, Ready to Love is filmed over a 6-week period. You're done.
Right. This can have legs and grow till next to the next, for another decade.
Right. For however long it's on is for however long you're on.
Right.
And I don't know. I really get the impression that she could take it or leave it. I really, really do.
And that is what I say about her all the time. That is exact. Those are exact words I say about her. Like, one thing about her is she can take it or leave it. She's not really in alliance with anyone. She, like, and one thing about Joy, if she don't want to be there and it feels like it's something, she's not going to do it. You know what I mean? She's just not.
Yeah. We see a lot of that this season. Yeah, I don't know that she enjoys it all that much. I don't get that impression from her in any time that I've ever really been with her. That it's just something she incredibly enjoys. Like,
Cause I felt like she. And let me say this: I'm glad that you all are good, because what I don't like is y'all bickering on TV. I really cannot take it sometimes. But it's good bickering is allowed. I get that. But
right.
I was like, she don't want to be in any of the bickering. Like, she's not going to be in any of it. Even the situation with Quick's street name, like,
Yeah.
she kind of should have been in that argument.
Yeah. I mean,
But
she
she
was.
said that was not the time nor the place. So she did not have anything to do with that. I mean, that's just, she can take it or leave it. I mean, and I love Joy. I love what she stands on. Like I said, sometimes the stories don't add up,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know why.
And there's a little bit of, I consider Joy a confessional gangster because I'm a little bit of a confessional gangster. I tend to be. I swing heavy on the confessional gangsterness.
You
So
do.
I relate, but I also stand 10 toes down and sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't
You
always
do.
get that from her.
Yeah.
I don't ever back down. When y'all don't ever see me back down? When she doesn't
Never.
back down? I might
Never.
get taken a task for everything I said in confessionals, but I stand 10 toes down on everything I said in confessionals. And I ain't going to back down if I'm confronted about what I done said,
I have to agree.
because it's what it is. If you have the chest to say it, you're going to say it with your chest in confessionals, you need to say it with your chest in person. The only way you get respect.
You're right. You're right.
Like, and I think that is more of an issue than her not wanting to be around because she's protecting her peace. Because if I'm going to protect my peace, I'm going to protect my peace 360.
Absolutely. And then
There's not that.
oh, I don't want to just, oh my God. Joy, we are not talking about you. We're just talking about the situation that we see on the television. That's it.
Yes.
Because like I said, I like her. I liked her. I started watching their season of Ready to Love, and I watched it when they went to the cabinet and she and Cliff had the onesies until the end. And at that moment, I was like, I love them together, and I loved their love. Like,
Yeah.
he's a big teddy bear. She's just beautiful. You know, I love them. So when they were going to be on Love and Marriage DC, I was like, yes, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
But then it was like, so to me, it's like she was a girl who was looking for love. She found what she was looking for. And now she
Mm-hmm.
just wants to go and be in love and be married. But she
Yeah.
happened to get on this show about love and marriage. But all I want to do is just be married.
Yes. And I can honestly say that, like, they are very sweet, very
I
genuine.
believe that.
She calls him her pudding pop. It's the cutest thing. Like, I like them. I don't have anything against her and Clifton. Have always
I
maintained that.
love this.
I have been the victim of people, prejudging me. I'm not going to do that to somebody else. I don't know them. Honestly, was willing to give them a fair chance. So far, so good. Like, I just think it's fair to also be objective and on the
Right.
outside looking in and saying, hey, I don't think I would necessarily move like that, or I wouldn't agree with you moving like that. Like, it just is what it is sometimes. And I don't feel like she's always all that open. I think there definitely is some reservation. And this is a different type of scenario. So I give her grace in that. But
Right.
you guys just have to keep watching that whole. We just got to get through Saturday.
Just got to get through Saturday. Now, are y'all close to
Got to get
filming
through Saturday.
Are y'all close to filming the reunion? Okay. Are you finished filming the next 10 episodes? Oh, good. Good. Today? You just wrapped today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's good.
Yes. So we finally made it, y'all.
Oh,
Long. We've been filming since October.
oh, wow. Let me ask you this: is Yusha gonna be with you at the reunion? He should.
Know.
He should be. He will. He'll be there.
I have no clue. I really don't. I don't know how that works.
I'm excited.
I don't know how that works.
You do know how it works, and he's going to be there.
It's a great question. I don't know. There were other people I thought that would be at the reunion and they weren't. So I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea.
We are so happy for you. There's no way that the universe will not let him be with you at this reunion. Girl, that would be crazy.
I don't know. I really cannot speak to that. So far, I'm literally planning as I would plan like I went last season, which is by myself. We don't know. We haven't heard from network. We don't know, but we also have not heard when we're filming. So I guess we'll find out. But at this standing point, no, I plan to go by myself.
Okay, well maybe you'll be in the green room.
It's so funny. I was on Twitter. People were responding, to Saturday's episode. And it's so funny, like overwhelmingly, I even think like Own Keeping It Real retweeted, like Yusha is our man too now. Like he's everybody's.
Girl, when he was standing up there, I was like, Yusha is 12 feet tall, child. This is amazing.
He's 6'5".
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe
he's 6'5". But yeah.
It.
How long I'm seeing a question. I don't know when we get the second set of 10. I'm assuming this summer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe this summer. This is March. And then Love and Marriage, Huntsville
starts on the 8th.
Yeah, so after that, after they get about in their 10, Bell's Collective should be bringing here soon. So then y'all will be probably at the end of the summer, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
I'm thinking sometime in the summer.
Yeah, y'all will probably just end the year. We'll probably end the year with y'all.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know.
I think I'm gonna guesstimate however they work it, or I'm just guesstimating probably like midsummer is my thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Harris, it has been wonderful talking to you. Like it has really been just wonderful talking to you.
I
It's
had a
like
good
talking to
time.
an
Thank you
old
for
friend.
having me.
It's like talking just. It's like I've known you forever.
I'm a conversationalist. Conversationalist, though. Conversationalist. I can't
I
talk
get it.
tonight. I like to talk. So but
Me
I'm
too.
also I'm Southern,
Me
and
too.
we don't ever meet a stranger.
We
We
don't.
talk, So
we
I
don't.
get that a lot. So I appreciate that. I just try to be me, y'all. I know people like, oh, you're a reality TV star. I'm like, y'all, we've been on TV for 2.5 seconds. Stop.
Girl, you are a superstar though. So quit playing.
Girl, I want to be like the Princess Diana of celebrities. I just want to be the people's celebrity. I just still want to be myself
I love it. I love
and
it.
be regular. Like I get it for protection and safety purposes. Like we do have to be mindful, but I don't like the pretentiousness of celebrity. So I don't ever want to be that person that's kind of like, I'm too big. I'm unloving marriage. I can't speak. Like, it's just weird to me. Like, we literally have been on for a season and a half. Like, we're in season 1C. It's not like.
I get it. But you do have to be careful though. You do have to be careful.
I agree.
But I also understand what you're saying. I do understand it.
Listen, I call them, I don't like to call them fans. I call them family. FAN, Malik. Fan, Malik. If I ever get like that and I act like y'all slap me, y'all got permission. Just slap the brand new out of myself. I don't ever want to be that.
Because I know, like for me, I just appreciate people that come and listen to me. I appreciate them.
Right.
And I was like, they're like my best friends sometimes. So I love it. I love it.
I don't get into all of that. Like, I appreciate the love and support. Snowflake Squad rides hard for me in these streets.
Yeah,
but,
the Millichun rides hard for me too. So,
yes.
Yeah, I love my Millichun. I love it.
You love on your people. You be good to people that are good to you. And people don't have to watch us. So I'm always like very grateful that people take time out of their life, and spend an hour with us every week. So I just always want to keep that at the forefront. Our parents raised us to walk in humility. So that's a big thing for me. But I also just don't want to be a weird, uppity celebrity. It freaks me out. And so I've been around real celebrities with real money. I tell people all the time, like, when you've met Jerry Mother freaking Rice, I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me. That's a celebrity. He needs to walk around like that. But not me. I can't do it. So but I appreciate y'all.
I totally understand what you're saying. I mean, I don't know. I knew you were Southern, and I knew that's what I liked about you. I knew it. All the things you say, but how you say them, I was like, that's the first question. If I ever get a chance to talk to her, I need to know where she's from. So are you from Pine Bluff? Are you just from a small town in Arkansas, or where?
No, I have so many friends from PB. No, I was born and raised in Jonesboro.
Okay.
Which is about an hour from Memphis. And then I went to college at U of A, which is in Fayetteville. So I was born and raised in Northeast Arkansas, went to college in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
So that's my roots. Yeah.
Well, once again, this is the third time. This has been just so wonderful talking to you.
Kick me off, girl. Kick me off. Just it. Put me out the chat.
But I have really, really and truly enjoyed talking to you. And we love you. We love to watch you on TV. And we look forward to everything. And nothing but love and blessings to you and Yusha. Nothing but love and blessings.
Call us Woosha. That's our name. It drives me nuts. Somebody in production gave us the nickname Woosha because they got tired of saying Woosha.
Hold on. Woosha. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Team Woosha.
Team Woosha. And
yeah.
So be on the lookout. There's going to be a hashtag.
Team Woosha. That's what I don't know. I can't remember who came up with it. Somebody on production was like, we got tired of saying both of y'all's names, so we've named y'all Woosha. So we have the Silvas. It's WUSHA. So it's the first letter of my name and then the rest of his first name. So Woosha.
Okay, y'all
That's
got
our
that?
name.
Y'all got that?
Mhm.
That's a new hashtag. Team
Team
Wusha.
Wusha. Team
I love
Wusha.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're and honestly, lastly, I just finished watching the Queen's Court and I was so happy for Evelyn Lozada, and like I'm just happy for love. I write about love. I have a lot of love, and I'm just happy that you found love. I'm so happy for you all.
Queen's Court good.
Yeah, it was. I was mad that they put it all out there, but I actually watched it and finished it today, and I talked about it today. I loved it.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go watch it. I've been skeptical because I done found out all the news and who got engaged and such. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch
No,
that,
you
but
got
I'm
to
gonna
watch it,
watch it.
and I'm gonna tell you honestly, I wasn't gonna watch it, but
Okay.
after I saw Evelyn's little thing, I was like, okay, let me watch it. I'm so glad I did. I cried through a lot of it. It was
Oh
emotional.
wow.
It was
Okay.
just, you gotta watch it. You gotta
All
watch
right.
it.
I'm gonna go watch it because
Well, we're signing
I
off.
ain't engaged, but I did find love, so it's good
Well,
enough.
and look, just let us know when you're engaged.
It ain't coming no time soon. I promise y'all. It ain't gonna be. We taking our time. It ain't gonna be
All
no
right.
time soon. I promise you.
All right. Just let us know though. Let us all look, let us all know. Let us all know
I'll
when this
probably find out when y'all find out, but I promise you, it ain't no time soon. We got a lot more
no,
to
you know,
grow.
yeah, y'all got time in. Y'all have made omelets yet? You need an omelet.
He owed me one because the deal was I got to wake up where he wake up.
That's
I've woken
right.
up where he's woken up, and I still ain't got no omelet.
You should. All right. All right, y'all. Look, I can talk to Winter all day. But look, y'all, thank you all for being here. Make sure you follow. Is it what's your tag? Where can they follow you?
I'm Simply Winter. I am the letter I, the letter M, Simply Winter.
You gotta follow me on Instagram because I couldn't tag you on your post today.
I'll go and follow you then because I
You
don't
gotta
know
do
who
that.
I followed. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go
you gotta
follow
do
you
that.
though.
But
Okay.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Bye,
And thank you
y'all.
all. Y'all have a good night. Bye.